Hi everybody, I'm back. Thank you so much for all the well wishes. People have been writing to me and asking me where I've been. I am doing just fine. I've just been busy this summer with the mini horses and kids camps and different things. So let's get to some jewelry. Good morning. It's foggy and wet and I am going to the swap meet today. We need avocados. I've been to the swap meet a couple of times in the past couple of weeks and I haven't shown you any of that stuff. There was actually a lot of jewelry. Not that great stuff, but I did pick up a few things and I got my avocados. Gosh, I have jewelry bags to show you. I've got lots of swap meet finds. I've got lots of bins finds. Don't find jewelry at the bins, but I have a lot of small things from there. Lots of good stuff. So we're going to start off with the swap meet that I just went to because everything's fresh in my mind. And let's flip the camera and I'm going to show you some of the things that I found. I just got a new screen protector on my phone. Hold on, this is going to be kind of loud. I didn't mean to get a privacy screen, so I can't tell if things are in the viewfinder unless I stand up. So let me check. Okay. These are the things I found at the swap meet yesterday. Was it yesterday? Anyway, everything was $1 a piece. I didn't find that many very cool things, and some of the things I'm not really quite sure why I bought, but I'm going to show you, and we will see what you think. So it wasn't a great day at the swap meet. I did get my avocados, and that was my main reason for going, but of course I have to look at jewelry when I'm there. So this is an Emmons brooch. And I just like the style. I had never seen this one before. And it is signed Emmons right there. And it's in excellent condition. Then these are modernist earrings. They are not my typical clip-ons. They are pierced ears. I'm guessing they're probably from the 80s or 90s. Very bold design. It's got like a crinkled paper look or a folded metal look. They're not, well, they've got some substantial weight to them, but I thought they were kind of nice. They're not signed that I can find, but they're very nice quality. Then I found a lovely milk glass necklace. This, for $1, it's got an older clasp on it. It's not marked. Most of the milk glass pieces are not going to be marked, but it's a nice kind of woven twisted design. And for $1, yes please. Then this was probably one of the better finds, but it's broken. I love these little sweetheart bracelets. These are bracelets that were usually World War II items that were given to loved ones at wartime. And they were given for other reasons too. This one is nice because it doesn't have any monograms on it. I believe it is marked. Let me find my loop and take a look. It says precious metal on it. Now these are normally gold filled. They're not normally gold, so I will give it a test, but I can't read. It says something made and then precious metal on it. So if you can tell, this part right here is not attached correctly. I don't know how this broke. Like somebody sat on it or stepped on it, so I don't know if it can be fixed, but it will be a very lovely little display piece. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I just couldn't leave it behind for $1. Then this piece is a Napier, and excellent condition. I think they call this a panther link. I'm not sure. I don't know my links very well, my chain links, but it's a choker, gorgeous condition for $1. This one is not signed, and yeah, I'm clicking it on my teeth. Sorry about that. Yes, I test things with my teeth. This, I believe, is lucite, and it's not marked. I believe it's missing a little bit of chain here. So it's listener quality. Listener or Coro, could be star. I'm not exactly sure, but those green acrylic or lucite stones have kind of like a moon glow effect on them. It's really pretty. Then there's this. I am not sure if this is genuine coral or not. Coral is not something I'm very familiar with. I saw this clasp. It looks like an older clasp, but these clasps are also made more recently as well. So another question. I know coral is supposed to be hollow, and some of these pieces are hollow and some of them are not. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to test it with some vinegar and see if it bubbles, and that is one of the coral tests. But it's very lightweight, so I'm going to have to put that off to the side to test it. You're probably wondering, these are not my style of jewelry, but they were $1 and they're in excellent condition. We've got this giant toucan hot pink beaded necklace, and I've seen these online for about $29 to $30 something. So I thought, what the heck? He's obnoxious and cute. Very, I don't know, tropical, holiday, vacation. Reminds me of the Bahamas. And then there's this one with some macaw, parrots, and chili peppers. It's got an older barrel clasp and excellent condition, but once again, not really my style. So we will see what to do with these. This brooch is a Har, H-A-R, and once again, just $1. Excellent condition. It's marked Har right there. And Har is one of those companies that is not, it's not one of the big leagues, but they do have some fun designs. This one kind of reminds me of reminds me of a peacock, but it's not a peacock. It just is some sort of spray of leaves or something, but it's not missing any stones. The stones are in great shape, and it's got some interesting construction there. And I got a little Flower Power enamel brooch that is also in great condition. I feel like I need to put a group of Flower Power brooches together and sell them as a lot. And then we have some cufflinks with a little blue stone in the center. I believe these are Swank. I feel like, oh no, these are Avon. Okay. I feel like cufflinks are either Swank or Avon or, yeah. But they're just kind of nice. And then some West German cluster earrings. I don't usually pick these up, but for $1 or less, I will. It's got kind of like an oil slick bead right here and right here. And then some black beads. And then these are probably one of my favorites. These are beautiful. They're green and blue rhinestones. Not rhinestones. Green and blue crystal beads that are all wired on. They look very much like they are made in Austria, but they're not marked. It is what it is. When things aren't marked, you just kind of go with, hey, these are beautiful. blue and green sparkly cluster wired earrings. And then the last thing, actually not quite the last thing, I got a pair of shoes too, but I bought these little enamel earrings. Sorry, I have to keep standing up to see if my hands are still in the screen viewing because of that darn privacy screen. I can't just glance up to see if my hands are there, but those are really cute. And then the shoes that I bought, these are, I can't pronounce that. They're Spring Step Les Artistes, and they're leather shoes. They're all handcrafted, hand painted. They do need to be cleaned a little bit, but I've sold these shoes before, and I've had these shoes before. They're very high quality and super cute. Not my style. They're very boho, but they're pretty much brand new. I think there's a little tiny rub here, but they're all leather. So those usually sell in the $30 to $50 range. Okay, that was it for that trip. Now I'm gonna get this cleaned up and I'm gonna show you, gosh, I have so much to show you. I'll see what I find next. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay, so I saw this lot of jewelry on Facebook Marketplace, and I had seen it for quite a while and it hadn't sold yet, so I contacted the lady. She was only asking $20 for the lot, and when I looked at the picture I saw a couple of things that kind of sparked my interest. So it was a total of $30 with shipping. It shipped clear across the country, so it was a $10 shipping charge. And I have to say, when it came in a box like this and loose, no packing material, and I was a little upset because there was something in here that broke. So when you ship something, don't ship it like this. Put some packing material in there and make sure things don't move around. I'll show you what happened here. This beautiful little beaded necklace, it's actually a necklace, bracelet, and earring set. I don't even want to take it out because the cording had broken and all of the beads were loose in the box flying around. I told the lady that happened and she offered to give me some money off, but I did not ask for some money off because the rest of the lot was excellent. So I'm not sure if I have, well, I'm going to have to take this out. Anyway, beads flying everywhere. Okay, so, whoa, no. There were matching earrings and a broken necklace and this lovely 3-strand bracelet. So that was part of it. There's some great things in here and some just meh things I'm just going to get rid of. Remember, it was $30 for the entire situation here. So one of the first things I saw was this necklace, and yes, it is West German. It is missing some stones here, and I think I will probably put either blue or pink stones in there, but it is a lovely West German piece. Very classic design, beautiful with this kind of pearl. The pearl has a little bit of scratching on it, but not too bad. Let me get organized a little bit here. This is something I wasn't very excited about. This will just go in a, I don't want to call it a junk lot because it's not junky, but it's lesser quality. So it's just a fashion necklace. It's a rose with some rhinestones. It's in great condition. And then the other one that I don't really care about is this one. These are plastic beads and cording, not my style. That'll go into a miscellaneous lot. This little piece is probably one of the older pieces in the lot. It's got one of those little funny lever catches on it, and I believe it has a mark on it. A mark that I can't read, of course. Now, I believe this is gold filled, but I also believe it's missing a leaf right here. Yeah, it's missing a leaf right here, but it's cute. Then these are also newer pieces. They almost look like little fireworks. And once again, lovely condition, but they're not old by any means. I mean, they're probably vintage. They're probably 90s, if you can call 90s vintage. I have a hard time doing that, but apparently it is. These are Coros, and they are quite lovely. green stones surrounded by a collar of clear stones. Missing one stone there, that's an easy fix. And it's got that lovely collar on it. These are 80s style earrings, very tubular in design. They are not marked, but in excellent condition. Getting to the better things. This is not marked, but it is a very cute little greenstone flower brooch with a nice finish on the back of it. And I believe this is a Trifari. It's not one of the really highly desirable Trifaris, but it's an older Trifari nonetheless. Can't miss that Trifarium. The gold coloring that they used is specific to their company. This is a cute little yellow matched set. It's got a necklace with a stone that also got jostled around in the box and fell out, so I'll have to repair that. It's once again an easy fix, but it's a cute little unmarked crystal necklace with matching earrings. And then we have these earrings, which they really look like Eisenbergs to me, but they are not marked, or I can't find any markings on them. I love the little crescent moon on there and the lovely conditioned stones. I just don't see a mark. I feel like they should be marked, but they're not. So they will remain as unmarked, unknown earrings. I'll check the Juliana website, but they don't feel or look Juliana to me. However, this is Juliana, or D&E. This was worth the cost of the entire box. You can see the figure 8 puddling. It has got the proper pin stop on the back, and then you've got the fang prongs on the stones that have the figure 8 puddling. And once again, I'm going to apologize if my hands are not in the screen because I still can't really tell. Then this is the whole reason I was interested in this lot, because this is a Maltese cross with I'm not sure if that's real amethyst or not, but this is an older piece. It's marked sterling all over it. It's also a higher grade sterling. It's 980. This is a handmade piece. It's not machined, so it's going to be a fairly early piece. All of this, it's just beautiful. It's very beautifully done. That was worth more than the cost of the whole lot. I don't usually shop on Marketplace. Occasionally I'll find things, but I took a chance and the chance paid off. Right, do we have time for one more? I do have time for one more, and this was a garage sale. I think all of these came from the same garage sale, and I believe I paid not even $1 a piece on these. There was a bag of earrings and a bunch of miscellaneous pieces. They only wanted $2 for the watches. I think I paid $5 for this one, but I think I paid $19 for all of this, and there's some really cool things in here. This is a Montana Silversmith watch. It is marked Montana Silversmith on it. Now, when I first saw this, I thought, does Montana Silversmith get knocked off? Because the quality, I'm used to Montana Silversmith in the 80s, and they had a higher quality, but I think their quality has lessened a little bit. I did contact the company, and they said if it's branded Montana Silversmith, it's Montana Silversmith. So I'm assuming that this is silver. It's a cute watch. It's keeping great time. When I got it, it still had the little plastic stopper underneath the stem here. So like the battery is fresh. It has never been used. It still has a sticker on the back. So yeah, I think they $2 for that. The people that had this yard sale, they actually have a jewelry company in the Bay Area, and they deal with fine jewelry, so they don't really care about costume stuff. So they were just kind of blowing this out at a yard sale. This is a very cool watch. I don't know if it runs, but it looks like it's probably from the 80s. It is sterling, and it's got little rhinestone eyes, but it's panthers holding the watch. I thought that was really cool, especially being sterling. It's really well crafted. And I think I've seen these online for over $100. But like I said, I don't know if the watch works, so I'm going to have to get a new battery for it and see if it works. I might add this to my collection. I just think it's very cool. Jury's out on that. But to tell you how little they knew about jewelry, this necklace was listed as a clear plastic bead necklace. Well, if you know anything about jewelry, you know that that's not clear plastic beads. That's a glass necklace. It looks Czech. It looks Art Deco. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece. They had it for $2. Yes, please. Let's look at the rings here. The rings, most of these rings are gold plated, and most of them are marked either HGE or something similar. This one, I'm not sure who this one, oh wait, this one is marked. I think this one's just marked China. But really fun rings. I'm not one to wear these big old rings, but for somebody who is, these are some fun designs. Not real fond of this one. I believe they're all glass. I haven't checked them. Actually, I did check this one. This one is not glass. I don't know what it is. It doesn't register very high on the Presidium. I'm going to guess it might be a tourmaline, but I don't know for sure. Like I said, I'm not a gemologist. I just like to test things for my own collection, but the sparkle on this is gorgeous. Let me see if I don't know if the light is doing it justice or not. It's a beautiful purple, gorgeous purple. And look at that setting. I think it's probably a 10. It is, yeah, I was right. It's a 10. I'm not sure what size these are. This one is a 7. One is a 6.5. Then in the bag of earrings, there were some just cluster earrings that are not marked. There were, I think these are listener. Yeah, there's some kind of moon glowy-ish, bluish green. I guess these are blue earrings. And then there were some giant marcasite ones that are screwbacks. Some, what are these? These I don't believe are marked, but they are AB rhinestones. One of these are made in Austria. These are not them. These are marked with, or these are not marked with some navettes and some AB rhinestones. These are the made in Austria ones. They are marked made in Austria, and they've got kind of some topazy colored and AB rhinestones. Oh, another ring. I think, is this a Sarah Coventry? I think it's a Sarah Coventry. And I think this is a 7. Oh no, it's smaller. It's about a 5 3/4. Pretty. That purple? Let's see. It's almost, it kind of looks like a topaz, but it's got a purple tint to it. Or maybe that's just the pink background that's making it look purple. Anyway, then we've got more blue rhinestones. Are these marked? I don't think they are. And we've got some black rhinestone. This is swedge construction. When you see the rivets on all of the pieces with kind of like the pinwheel spider web looking, that's called swedge construction. And swedge construction was commonly used for Judy Lee and Bow jewels, but those are not marked, so I don't know. Some more blue and clear rhinestones that are missing some rhinestones, another easy fix. This bracelet, it's a slide bracelet, and it has a safety chain. It's not marked, but it looks very much like a goldette. I don't think that's a marking. Some of these markings can be so small. So it's a cute little slide Victorian Revival bracelet. And this one is a Napier, no, it's a Monet. So here's a Monet, excellent condition. I tell you, Monet and Napier are two of the companies, the older companies, that the finish tends to last really well. So I don't hesitate to pick up nice quality Monet and Napier because I know they're going to stand the test of time. And if they're not popular today, it'll come back around. Unlike things like this, I don't know, these are just weird. These are acrylic, and they've got leaves and odd shapes on them. Not quite sure about those. These, I believe, are Coro, little pink moon glow Coros. And this is probably one of my favorite pieces out of this group. This looks either Nouveau or Edwardian, and it's got little purple glass stones in it. I believe it's gold filled. I don't see any markings on it, but I will probably put that on a chain and keep it. I love these little pieces. And more earrings from the $2 bag of earrings. This is backwards. All right, there we go. So those are kind of fun. I have some long chain. These are sterling. And these are very 80s. I did not have any of these in the 80s, but you know, the cool kids did. So anyway, they're just long dangle earrings. And then these are Sugar Fix. Now Sugar Fix is something I do not pick up, but I saw these little kitty earrings and I thought, you know what, those are really cute and they're actually pretty well made. And I flipped them over and I saw the Sugar Fix. I'm like, oh dear, really? But look how cute those are. I think somebody's really going to like those. There are a lot of cat lovers out there who love kitty jewelry. And I think those are going to be really cute. And lastly, we just have these are kind of boring earrings. They're just single and boring. They're minimalist. We'll call it minimalist. I think, no, these aren't sterling, but they're just a single AB rhinestone. And then there's some, I'm not even sure what to call these. These are like 60s, 70s, probably more like 70s. And they're made out of kind of that rubberized plastic. You are missing a couple of rhinestones. And I don't know if I have those rhinestones. So because they're AB and I don't have a whole lot of AB rhinestones that, well, maybe I'll have to check. We'll have to check. But there's those and these. Both have that flexible plastic. This is actually a harder plastic. Not marked, kind of swedgy construction. But these are climbers. They would climb up your ears like that. The last piece I'm going to show you today is this necklace. Now, I don't like this necklace. I like this bead. And it's got little horses on it and what look like millefiori, but I believe this is like a clay bead, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if it's like a cheap piece that somebody bought at Michael's and made this necklace or what, but I think I can do better. I can do something different with this bead and make a more attractive necklace. So I think this is going to go into my craft situation, and I'm going to see what I can do with it. Like I said, the necklace is just nothing to write home about. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Once again, as always, if you see anything that you are interested in this video or any of my others, please give me an email at SLOHappyVintage@AOL.com. Let me know what you're interested in, and we'll see if we can't get it into your hands. I hope you're having a great week, and like I said, I've got plenty more to show you. I will get to it. All right, thanks for watching.